Once again, I make the conscious decision to hit the record button. Does it matter? On the freeway, so many people, too many, just are impatient. They don't have control. Like that guy. People feel like they're the most important things in the world, when the concept doesn't exist. An argument can be made, one centered on the theory of our egos, our ids, IDs, how we identify. I'm simply passing judgment, as I do. And concentrating. I do not recommend any kids who might happen to catch this. I do not recommend children or adults, honestly, that you record yourself and drive at the same time. I am a professional with many years of experience. I have had my fair share of experiences driving on the road. And so no, I cannot in all good consciousness recommend you do what I am doing. I would not, and I do not. I also believe it beneficial if you are someone who struggles with controlling their temper on the road. Record yourself. Record yourself. Play it back. Don't necessarily upload it on a public platform as I do. Do it for yourself. And I am doing this for myself. I caught myself in a little bit of a word twist there. Make sure you get all angles of me. Because this world is a crazy place. And I tried to beat that truck as we were merging, and I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Today is Monday. Happy Monday to you. I wish you great health and most fortuitous fortune. May we all be blessed as you are. And get outside and jog. A lot of the times we stay in our cars driving and we don't move. So our blood doesn't get circulating or pumping. Any little bit of movement helps, even if it's just rolling your head. Start there. I think that is very sound advice to anyone who wishes to improve. Have more, or I should maybe say it like this, that your anger and your rage has less control of you on the road. The camera is a powerful weapon. Use at your discretion. Unlock your senses. And be free. I am vibing because of what I did on the keyboard last night. It's called in dance chance choreography, except I'm doing it or using or applying the technique in music making. Freestyling and then picking and choosing. The arguments could be made to use it all and only do what I need to do to make it sound at least a little good. I know I will eventually at some point, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, sit down and listen back to what I did anoche. And I have no doubts that I will continue to sculpt whatever it is, whatever that thing that I did will become. Sculpt. Hey man, shout outs to this truck, made that merge clean. Pro tip, easier to merge when traffic is stopped. Turn on your signal, let the assholes go by, merge while going 5 miles an hour. Pro tip. Life hack. Okay, so today is Martin Luther King Memorial Day. So, forgive me. This is a disclaimer. This is a trigger warning alert. Going to speak my mind a little bit because I do have thoughts about Black Lives Matter. Started during the George Floyd protests. I should say it became popular then. These sorts of things don't pop up overnight usually, and I am not drawing from credible sources on Black Lives Matter, so I am using my general knowledge. Black Lives Matter became popular during the Floyd protests. The Floyd Rebellion. The riots. Some of the imagery, if you were keeping up at the time, houses were on fire, burned to ashes. Which reminds me of imagery in California with the fires that have been happening here. Burned to ashes. One, here in California, is because of supernatural events, firestorms. The other, civil unrest. Both lead to destruction. I'm wondering if I have anything more to say at this moment. Well, I do, actually. Hold up. So I've had this debate with my mother. We have very tough conversations about this stuff. What is Black Lives Matter? I think it is the best of what people think and the worst of what people think. Personally, I give credit to any organization that has built itself up. At the same time, I wonder if Black Lives Matter questions themselves in their righteous mission. Of course, when you're talking about Black Lives Matter, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the matter of reparations. I do fall in the middle of reparations. I understand how if I was black and angry and butt hurts, not sure if that's the right word to use there, how I would want reparations, especially if I was poor. I believe being poor, I believe that is a mentality. The word poor, right? You can say that about a basketball player. Oh, that basketball player's performance was poor. You can say that about financial status. Oh, this is a poor person. People have used poor to describe someone who's feeling or in a dire situation, not necessarily financially. For example, the people who suffered the fires, you can consider are poor people. Poor people. Sympathy, right? Poor people. I hope I didn't throw too much stuff at you. For anyone who's still listening, again, I put a disclaimer on this before. If you're listening now, that's on you. The question I ask myself in this line of thinking is as follows. Should, philosophy aside, an organization like Black Lives Matter, or in this case specifically Black Lives Matter, given that their goal is the future, should they exist? Are organizations helping us live in a future that's better. The question that I ask also, better for who? I have no... I would be surprised if you were to talk to leaders in the black community or in Black Lives Matter and ask for who, they would answer for black people. And they would say black people have been treated unfairly. And so it is not important for them. They do not hold an equality for all value. They don't believe black people have been treated fairly, have been treated in the name of equality. I live in Watts, baby. We have Martin Luther King Hospital. We have Martin Luther King High School. We got black teachers. We got black doctors. We got... In Altadena, you look at the news, they make sure that they mention the black and brown communities. So I wonder, these black people who feel this way, where did you grow up? One, because where you grow up plays a big role. How did you grow up? What was your community like? What was your day-to-day like as a kid? What about your education? And these are all, 4 or 5 questions off the top of my head. All of these questions play a role in our development and our beliefs. They might get defensive and be like, well, what about you? You answer all these questions.
This is not, as our lawmakers have said so many times, optional. The Constitution is not optional. I've spent the past year and a half, and especially the past month, on Section 3. I covered this case, the Colorado case that went up through the Supreme Court extensively with the lawyers at Crew, and one conclusion that they have all
I wish I would have recorded that. A reckless driver.
This man is a domestic terrorist. He is constitutionally disqualified from holding office, and so
reckless drivers are dumb drivers. Reckless drivers are dumb drivers are dumb people. Facts. I have parked. I have spoken my thoughts. I will have more in the future.